Hello everyone, my name is WWE Talk Show, and before we get into the video, I have a special person to thank. I would like to thank Chris Green for being the inspiration behind this video. Thanks for the support, Chris. Now, we all know Vince McMahon has had some major successes. Now, some of those successes are just because of dumb luck, and some are because Vince McMahon was so determined, he went for it and he would not rest. Hint, hint, Roman Reigns. But there have been other times where Vince McMahon has completely dropped the ball, and today we're going to look at 5 WWE superstars Vince McMahon completely dropped the ball on. Bam. Coming in at number 5, it's a very recent superstar in Cesaro. Coming off his WrestleMania 30 victory of the inaugural Andre the Giant Battle Royale, Cesaro seemed like one of the hottest superstars on the roster. Not only that, he got paired with Paul freaking Heyman and deemed the name that I love to this day, the King of Swing. But Vince just didn't book him right, and it took all the piss and vinegar out of him, relegating Cesaro to the mid-cards when he could easily be a main eventer. Well, I mean, now he's relegated to a tag team, so what can you do? Coming in at number 4, I have Adrian Neville. A lot of people fail to realize how popular Adrian Neville was in NXT. And yes, I'm calling him Adrian Neville. That just sounds better. He was one of the longest reigning NXT champions ever, and he was booked strongly in NXT, so therefore he looked good. But from the moment he got up to the main roster, it just seems like Vince McMahon didn't know what to do with him exactly. So he just kind of fumbled around until he got hurt. Again, relegated to the mid-cards, probably even lower mid-cards. But at least he's kind of redeemed himself very slightly with being the king of the cruiserweights. So at least there's a little silver lining. But there is no doubt that Neville could be a main eventer if given the proper push. Coming in at number 3, we have Wade Barrett. And I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. He was buried by John Cena. It's actually quite sad news. There was no doubt when Wade Barrett was in the Nexus, he was one of the hottest acts and a high point for the company at that point. It was great. All he had to do was be booked strongly. There's no way anyone could mess this up. Oh god, he messed it up. Well, I mean, what can you do with him? I mean, you screwed up, you didn't book him right. So let's put him in the mid-card. At least he's a strong mid-carder. But man, if he could have just beat John Cena Survivor Series, the sky could have been the limit for this guy. Coming in at number 2, I might have a very controversial choice, but I hope you hear me out. In at number 2, I have Daniel Bryan. And before I read all the comments saying, well, he won WrestleMania main event, this, that, and the other, Vince McMahon did fail Daniel Bryan by not doing one simple thing. After he got the WWE Championships, he should have strapped the fucking rockets to this guy. He should have been pushed over to the moon. And I'm not saying he wasn't booked strongly for the month he was the champion, but I am saying Kane wasn't the best choice for a first feud. And I believe at that time he had bigger interests. Bigger, sweaty Samoan interests, if you get what I mean. But all joking aside, I feel like Daniel Bryan had the ability to be the next Stone Cold Steve Austin, or close to. But now we will never know. Coming in at number 1, it is no shock to me, and it should be no shock to you. We have the one, the only, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes had everything, every tool to become one of the biggest superstars in WWE today. The pedigree, the look, the wrestling ability, everything you could imagine. He had. I mean, he took fucking Stardust and made it half decent. Just showing you, he put everything he had with what he was given. And if you look over the course of his WWE career, you could see he gave everything he had to try to be the main event, to try to be the guy. And between being booked like shit and given awful gimmicks, he just got fed up. And now look, now he's one of the best wrestlers in the world today. It's a shame, but maybe one day we will see Cody Rhodes back in WWE, in the main event, where he belongs. And that concludes our list for today. I want to thank everyone that made it to the end. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. I love hearing your feedback. And if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I'm highly interactive with the people that comment and subscribe to my channel, and I love your feedback. So be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell notification for more videos. I have been WWE Talk Show, and I will see you later.